Hi, I'm Kristin McClymont. I'm one of the nurse practitioners here with TPG Peds, and I'm here to talk a little bit about the 15-month well check and some 15-month developmental milestones. So first of all, congratulations on 15 months with your toddler. There's been a lot of change over the last year. One of the joys of a 15-month-old is that we're starting to see more and more of their personality emerge, and that will continue over the next couple years. I should say some of the joys and challenges, because sometimes that can be challenging, but I hope you're taking some time to enjoy them and their emerging personhood. One of the things I do want to stress before talking about developmental milestones is there is a range of what we typically expect. And it's really easy if you have a family member or a friend with a child of similar age to compare their development. And just know that as long as your child is developing within that range, we are very reassured. And we'll talk to you about that in your well check, but just try not to compare too much. So 15-month-olds are on the move, as you know. I'm sure you feel like you need to have eyes at the back of your head at times with them. Usually at 15 months, toddlers are standing, most of them are walking. They can stoop down, grab some objects, a toy or another object, and stand up without falling over. Oftentimes they're feeding themselves fairly well, although it's still definitely a messy process. I know my own dog probably gained about 10 pounds when my kids were that age, just because oftentimes it feels like food is on the floor more than it is in them, but that will definitely improve over time. At this age, they're often able to stack a few blocks. They are imitating adults and using objects as they're supposed to be used. So they pretend like they're on the cell phone, they're reading a book. They will engage in what we call parallel play. So they are often interested in other children and adults, but oftentimes they'll play by themselves next to another child rather than with that other child. This can be a time where there are quite a few tantrums. 15-month-olds like a little bit more independence, and they will venture out but then come back for reassurance to a parent or caregiver. Oftentimes there is some crying and up and down emotions as they're learning how to be a little bit more independent. One of the important things for parents at this stage is to try to be as consistent as possible, provide structure and positive reinforcement. Because they often imitate adults, they will respond to your up and down emotions. Although we know that this is easier said than done, especially when you're exhausted and you have had a difficult day or week parenting, but just do your best and as much as possible be as consistent with structure and positive reinforcement as you can. So when you come in to your well check, we'll be asking you about development. We'll be doing a physical exam. If you look on our TPG website under the Parent Toolkit tab, you'll see routine screens that we give as long as routine immunizations. So we look forward to seeing you with your 15-month-old. It really is such a joy to us to be able to watch your kids grow. We love seeing them change and learn, and thanks for taking this journey with us.